working people paying federal taxes. It's time to raise corporate minimum tax to at least 21%. So every big corporation finally begins to pay their fair share.
Okay, let's go from one insane white old man to another insane white old man. 2024 State of the Union address. Biden says no billionaire should pay lower taxes than a teacher.
Deficit.
But if he pays as much as a construction site worker, that is okay.
Now let me speak to the question of fundamental fairness for all Americans. I've been delivering real results in fiscally responsible ways. We've already cut the federal deficit.
Man, I thought I was looking like I needed to take a shit. My boy out here, the dookie is like halfway out, my man. Woo!
Already cut the federal deficit over $1 trillion. I signed the bipartisan deal.
They're like, woo, you said the right number. We were so afraid you're not going to say the right number.
To cut another $1 trillion in the next decade. It's my goal to cut the federal deficit another $3 trillion by making big corporations and very wealthy finally beginning to pay their fair share.
But have you seen in China? In China, they all have to clap.
Look.
There you go, Chinese Asian clapping.
I'm a capitalist. You want a maker can make a million or millions. I'm a capitalist.
Chat, every single time you try to introduce socialism to your incredibly broke friends, their first reaction is immediately,
look, I'm a capitalist.
But dude, you're broke.
A maker can make a million or millions of bucks, that's great. Just pay your fair share in taxes. A fair tax code is how we invest things that make this country great. Healthcare, education, defense, and so much more. But here's the deal. The last administration enacted a $2 trillion tax cut. Overwhelmingly benefit the top 1%, the very wealthy and the biggest corporations.
And now we need more money because we need to buy more bombs to drop on Palestinians. And to give our Ukrainian friends.
And exploded the federal deficit. They added more to the national debt than any presidential term in American history. Check the numbers. Folks at home, does anybody really think the tax code is fair? No. Do you really think the wealthy and big corporations need another $2 trillion tax break? No. I sure don't. I'm going to keep fighting like hell to make it fair.
I love all the guys not screaming no. No, we salute Comrade Biden here, okay? But I love all the people saying no. What's their opinion? They're like, no, less taxes. Yeah, no taxes. Like billionaires, no taxes, zero, minus net taxes. Can we give them money?
In my plan, nobody earning less than $400,000 a year will pay additional penny in federal taxes. Nobody, not one penny. Fair. Under my plan, nobody earning less than $400,000 a year will pay additional penny in federal taxes. Nobody, not one penny. And they haven't yet.
First, we did a little virtue signaling towards the basic working classes. Now we made sure we signal to those who identify themselves as middle class, which is a very large chunk of Americans. They call themselves working class men. In my part of the world, if you fucking say that 70% of the things you own are on fucking credit, you're not middle class, my brother. You're in debt, my brother in Christ. Yes, 3 cars and a house. Yes, but they're all on a loan. But okay, side tangent rant. I apologize. Yeah, so we touch a bit on the middle class. Okay, make their penises rise. Let's continue.
In fact, the child tax credit I passed during the pandemic cut taxes for millions of working families and cut child poverty in half. Restore that child tax credit. No child should go hungry in this country.
This is literally, this Biden speech in the eyes of everybody who's like blue no matter who.
Thanks to the law I wrote and we signed, big companies have to pay a minimum of 15%. But that's still less than working people paying federal taxes. It's time to raise corporate minimum tax to at least 21%. So every big corporation finally begins to pay their fair share. I also want to end tax breaks for big pharma, big oil, private jets, massive executive pay when it's only supposed to be $1 million that can be deducted. They can pay them $20 million if they want, but deduct $1 million. End it now. You know, there are one.
Joseph is back, ladies and gentlemen.
You know what the average federal tax is for those
Might not say Stalin, it might be Biden. But the red stripes behind him say
8.2%.
we are so back, baby.
That's far less than the vast majority of Americans pay. No billionaire should pay a lower federal tax rate than a teacher, a sanitation worker, or a nurse.
Soviet United States of America is right behind the corner. Just vote for our legendary Joseph Stalin Biden, and we shall return to those days of old where the super wealthy, what did he say, had a 21% tax rate, and nobody under $400,000 had a year had to pay additional tax income. We salute you, Druk Tavarish Biden. Druk Tavarish Biden. Druk Tavarish Biden. Let's see what else our boy said.
He will not. Former
Josip
Republican
Vidanovic.
President tells Putin, quote, do whatever the hell you want. A former president actually said that, bowing down to a Russian leader. I think it's outrageous, it's dangerous, and it's unacceptable. And with all due respect, justices, women are not without electoral power, electoral or political power. You're about to realize just how much you're right about that. The Alabama Supreme Court shut down IVF treatments across the state, unleashed by a Supreme Court decision overturning Roe v. Wade. Unless Congress acts, it could happen again. So tonight, let's stand up for families like hers. To my friends across the aisle, don't keep this waiting any longer. Guarantee the right to AVF. We can fight about fixing the border, or we can fix it.
Oh shit, we can. Okay, now we're addressing the other elephant in the room. By elephant, I mean the literal elephant voters. Oh, mama. Oh, mama. Oh, mama. What song should I? Okay, Nazi anthem.
But American border problems won't be fixed until Congress acts. If we don't pass.
Right.
And a pathway to citizenship for dreamers, those on temporary status, farm workers, essential workers. Here in the people's house.
Yeah, because your fucking country will fall apart without those types of fucking immigrants, my boy. But okay, no more jokes. Let's see what our boy has to say. Based on everything my boy said, Joe Biden, Nazbol detected, okay? Zionist Nazbol detected.
And pressuring members of Congress to block the bill, join me in telling the Congress to pass it.
Did he say illegals? Did he call them illegals? Yeah, he called them illegals. Yeah, the song fits. The song fits. The song fits hard.
I would respectfully suggest my Republican friends owe it to the American people, get this bill done. We need to act now. Families whose loved ones are still being held by Hamas. I pledge to all the families that we will not rest until we bring every one of your loved ones home. I'm directing the U.S. military to lead an emergency mission to establish a temporary pier in the Mediterranean on the coast of Gaza that can receive large shipments carrying food, water, medicine, and temporary shelter.
Go fuck yourself, you piece of shit. Wow, we're gonna drop some more fucking expired military surplus instead of calling for a goddamn fucking ceasefire. Shove that virtue signaling shit up your ass. Well, cracking me up. That was close.
I came to office determined to get us through one of the toughest periods in the nation's history. We have. It doesn't make news in 1,000 cities and towns. The American people are writing the greatest comeback story never told. Past administrations, including my predecessor, including some Democrats as well in the past, failed to buy American. Not anymore. Folks at home, does anybody really think the tax code is fair? Do you really think the wealthy and big corporations need another $2 trillion tax break? I sure don't. While we're at it, I want to give public school teachers a raise. But my predecessor, and many in this chamber, want to take this prescription drug away by repealing Affordable Care Act. I'm not going to let that happen. We stopped you 50 times before and we'll stop you again. It's because of you America's coming back. It's because of you our future is brighter. It's because of you that tonight we can proudly say the state of our union is strong and getting stronger. I've always known what endures. I've known our North Star. The very idea of America is that we're all created equal and deserves to be treated equally throughout our lives. We've never fully lived up to that idea, but we've never walked away from it either. And I won't walk away from it now. I'm optimistic.
Remember this classic? This was a classic.
And by the way, you know, I got hairy legs that turn turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They'd look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
Legendary. What is this one? Let me see. Haha, what the fuck? Okay. Previous one was funny. This is cringe. Oh yeah. But yes, the problem with America is the illegals crossing over and bringing all the fentanyl, all the fent. And the bigger problem, actually, is video game women in video games, or God forbid, the true Satan